Welcome to DevOps channels. Today's video I will explain what is ConfigMap and Secret in Kubernetes. So we are in Kubernetes documentation website. So here if we search ConfigMap, then you can get the page. So at the top, to explain what is config. So a ConfigMap is the API object used to store non-confidential data in Kubernetes file. So basically, we are using ConfigMap when that data is not confidential, and secret we use that data is confidential. This is secret. Okay, so how we can create ConfigMap? If we scroll down, we can see there is few way we can create ConfigMap. There is 3 or 4 example. So I will explain what is the most easiest way to create the ConfigMap and the secret. So let me create a ConfigMap and create a pod to use that ConfigMap and secret. Then we will understand what is the ConfigMap and what is the secret. So let me create a file. So I have in a folder there is no file. So let me create a ConfigMap file. So I have already created a ConfigMap. So cat config.yml. We'll just give anything name. So here created just ConfigMap. So this kind is ConfigMap because we are creating the ConfigMap. That's why we need to put ConfigMap. And the ConfigMap name is app config. And in the ConfigMap there is a data. So what data we use? So app mode is production and app color is blue. This is key pair mode. So these two data we are using in the ConfigMap. So for creating the ConfigMap, the kubectl apply save. So kubectl get ConfigMap, or you can put cm. So you can see app config is created. So we can easily see the details of the ConfigMap. So kubectl get cm so you can see details in the ConfigMap. Okay, what is the name and details, everything you can here, and you can see the two data is here. Now we are using these two value in a file. So let me create a pod, then you can see what is the feature of the ConfigMap. So let me create a pod file, pocm dot. So it's a simple pod file. So kind of pod and the name, and we're using just a simple busybox emos. Here we're using ConfigMap. Okay, so what is the way? Environment variable we have to declare app mode. We can give it just name. Then where we get the value? So value from ConfigMap reference. And what is the name of the ConfigMap? We need to put here. And what is the key we're using? That one I need to put here. If we scroll up, you can see that the app mode and app color, these are the key. And if you see the file, these are the app mode and app color, and our ConfigMap name is app config. These things just to declare here. So ConfigMap reference, the ConfigMap name, and what key we use, app mode, and this the second one is app color. So let me create the pod now. kubectl apply kubectl get pod. It's creating running now. So kubectl t, so you can get in the pod. So echo $, what was the variable name, like app mode. You can see the values production you get. Now app color, you can see the blue. So these we can easily use the data where we declare in the ConfigMap. So now if I have 10 ports or 20 ports, I don't need to change every port to app mode or color. If I change the thing in the ConfigMap, all will be impact all 20 pods. So this way we can easily manage our pod, and this will reduce our workload. Okay, so but in ConfigMap, the data what we use is not sensitive. You can easily see what data we use. Like if I use database username and database password, this type of secret, sensitive data, we are not using ConfigMap. Then we will use secret. So let me exit from this pod and let me create a secret. But before create secret, go to secret and see. So you can see a secret is an object that contains a small amount of sensitive data such as password, token, etc. So same way, if we scroll down, we can see lots of way you can create secret. Here they will create a like a volume type. There is lots of way you can see later. Okay, so let me do the best way. So but before we using secret, we need to make the data we use need to be encrypted. So we are using base 64, like we are using means like echo -n. So let me use admin as username, base 64. So it will encrypt the admin, and if we use the password is like it will encrypt this. So now I will create a secret file. Same way we create the config map. So sc YAML. So same way like what is the thing is it's kind of secret. So we're getting secret. That's why put secret. Then what is the name of the secret? DB secret. Now in the data section we are using this DB user and DB pass, which we already encrypted. So admin is this one, and the password is which is this one. We put it here. So now same way if we create a pod, then we can understand. But before that we have to apply this one. kubectl get secret. You can see we have secret and it's 2 data because we are using 2 data. Okay, it's 4 seconds let's create it. So now let me create a pod get sc the same way this also pod is a busy box image. So environment variable we use same way as we use ConfigMap, just changes value form. Here is secret keyref, and in ConfigMap that was config keyref, and the name here is DB secret, and the key same way is DB user. So DB user is the key. This one is here. And for DB pass, give the name as DB pass, and secret from DB secret, and key is the DB pass. So key is the DB pass. So let me apply this one. kubectl apply -af. Our file name was kubectl get port. This one is secret port. So running kubectl exec -it. So echo our value is DB user. So you can see it's admin. Same way you can see DB pass. Okay, but this data is encrypted. But this is very basic level, because like if anyone get the file, they can encrypt it if they know which method we use. For like this is basically basic thing. So when we are going to advanced mode, we are using like AWS secret or HashiCorp vault. Then that way we can use the professional way. But at the basic level, this one is fine. But from the secret we can get the data. Let me show you how we can get the data from the a secret file. So our secret was kubectl get secret. So our secret name is this. So kubectl secret, then secret -o, then YAML. Then we can see the encrypted value. So if anyone know the like encrypted method what we use, and they have the access to the this encrypted file, they can easily decrypt it. So let me decrypt it. Echo, I can use this one, and if they know the base 64, you can see this one is decrypted and anyone can get the data. So from this problem, we can use AWS Secret Manager or like HashiCorp Vault, but these things are advanced level. If anyone want to know how to do this, we will do this thing in a separate video. So this is the video. I hope this video is helpful for you. If you feel this video is helpful, subscribe the channel and like the video.